and you look over the 5 days, the 4 or 5 days that they will be here from Monday through Friday, what are some of the things that you can say about that will happen between those days? I mean, why don't you give us some idea about what will happen during the next few days?
Well, for instance, the Foreign Mission Board will be in session on Monday. Missionary conference, foreign mission conference. We'll have our missionaries from all across the country. They will be here. The foreign mission banquet on Monday night. Tuesday, the pastors conference. Pastors from all over, I guess about 700 to 800 pastors in that pastors conference, and the public is invited.
Now, where will this be held? All of this activity?
The convention center, the foreign mission. All the issues, all the things that for the foreign mission at the Stofers. Pastors conference at the Crown Plaza. But on Tuesday night, 300 voices of the 146 churches we have in our state convention will present a musical. It's a traditional musical and welcome program in our Baptist National Convention at the Municipal Auditorium. There, we're expecting 6,000 to 7,000 to attend. Tickets will be sold at the door, and we're looking for all of Nashville to attend that musical at the Municipal Auditorium. And then on that Thursday, the president's address. This is where our president would deal with the issues. He would say what he had to say about the presidential office, he would have to deal with youth and violence, deal with even the issues of the NAACP. Well, all the issues, he will deal with that in his annual address. Thursday morning, that session opens at 9 to 1. We're looking for 10,000 at the Municipal Auditorium on that Thursday. But on Friday, after the convention closed, the state convention, along with many of the merchants on Jefferson Street, Jack's Barbecue, all of the places, WOL, I could name others, will give a feast and festival on Jefferson Street. So we're inviting the public to come over and meet the delegates, have trolleys riding down the street, that the delegates can spend money in the city. And this was done by the merchants of Jefferson Street along with others.
Now this is going to bring a tremendous amount of money right into that specific area with 10,000 people.
Oh yes, and they will bring money all the way through the city with the courtesy cars driving from place to place. This is just one of the things that, our convention would challenge every black convention that when you bring a group in, don't forget Egypt. Don't forget where you came from. Invest some money in the inner city, and let everybody get some money.
Now, you said this is the first time that this convention has been to town in 20 years.
In 20 years.
Now, who did you have to beat out this time, and what were some of the things that you used in order to attract this convention to Nashville at this particular time?
Well, we had to fight because the Tennessee Missionary Baptist Convention have friends in the National Convention. Other states like Alabama, Mississippi, and Arkansas. We could go before the board, before the president with that group, and they would push for us. Maybe next year Arkansas would want to do it, and we'll do it for Arkansas. We have enough friends. It's church political church power. That's all.
But it also has at its basis economic power, because I think what you're talking about here, you're bringing a tremendous amount of money and a tremendous amount of activity to the community.
Oh yes, we're bringing the word also. We're bringing issues. You see, the president will deal with issues. He will say to us, in fact, we will go into a conference and we'll talk about it. And we will say to the President, you need to speak on this issue. You need to speak on this issue. And he may not agree with my opinions, but he's going to deal with those issues. And this is one of the key things about the black church and my convention, is that we don't know of any time when you don't speak about the issues. We believe that you cannot preach on earth and live in heaven. You have to do it all down here and deal with the issues.
You know, I'm glad that you said that, Reverend Thomas, because I think that some people see some kind of strain between politics and religion and whatnot, and that preachers ought not to be involved in politics and etc. Why don't you speak to that? Because
I feel sorry for them, because I always ask them, what do they mean? Elisha's a prophet. He talks to the king. David becomes king. It was a political thing. Judah accepted David. Israel came later and got David. Political. I don't know what they're talking about when they talk about we shouldn't deal with politics. I pay tax. The church has to pay tax on the janitor, pay tax on the piano. They taxes all the way. I do not know what they were talking about. I believe is that the politicians wouldn't want us to talk. They want us to be quiet. But you can't shut a prophet up, you know, and you got to deal with it. And in fact, black folk will still be riding on the back of the bus had not the church had enough guts to speak out. We have to do it.
And so there's no real conflict at all. And for those
conflict? It's a conflict if you don't. If you're silent. Yes.
Very good.
That's the conflict.
Very good. Gentlemen, we have about 7 to 8 minutes to go here. Ms. Berry, let's again look at some of the things in which the Urban League might be able to do to perhaps help meet some of the economic situations that we've talked about here.
Well, again, due to the fact that I am primarily concerned with employment and jobs, what we would like to do, we know that all individuals that's interested in employment cannot come to the Urban League between the hours of 8:30 and 4:30. We are looking to set up satellite agencies where an individual is working during the day can come and express his interest in employment between 4 and 6 in the afternoon, a couple of nights a week, on Saturdays. And along with that, we have an employment council. These individuals are human resource directors from the different companies that's worked with us to guide us, to lead us, to help us along the way. And they are willing to volunteer their time to sit down and talk to these individuals. And we're looking to set up different places throughout the cities, in surrounding areas, Clarksville, Franklin, as well as South Nashville, North Nashville, where individuals can come. And if we can solicit churches to be a part of this, we'll be more than glad. Just give us a call at the Urban League and let me talk with them so we can get this set up. In that manner, we can have more individuals going into our file so that when a company